power sentences, this is our last day with this sentence. That does not mean we're done with power sentences. That just means it's our last day looking at this sentence. A boy named Christopher Harris wanted to become the youngest person to climb Mount Everest. I'm waiting for listeners. So on this one, you should have listened to the directions, right? So let's listen to what the directions said.
Okay, we've been looking at this same sentence for several days now. And what I want you to do is to think about what this sentence has in it. A 15-year-old named Christopher Harris wanted to become the youngest person to climb Mount Everest. Now, what we've done is we've taken this sentence and we've hidden 3 changes. So we've written the sentences, the one sentence, 3 times, but in each one there's something that's different. So what we want you to do is to highlight what's different and then type up why you think that changed. So if you look at the example, that's up in the second sentence at the top. A 15-year-old boy named Christopher Harris wanted to become the youngest person to climb Mount Everest. And then compare it to the first version and find out what's different.
Put them on your neck.
And highlight.
That's
and
what I'm
then
going to do.
type what's different beside it. Then go to the next one and look at the next sentence, which is very, very similar. There is one difference. Highlight it and then put it in what the difference is in the next column. And then do the same for the third one. Highlight what the difference is. What's the change? What's the secret thing that we switched on you that makes the sentence different? And then write it in the column, or type it, I shall say, in the column beside it. All right. So what did we learn about writing from Tim O'Shea?
Now I'm going to pause because I had about 4 of us that asked me what you're supposed to do. And I want to remind you, if I'm doing a Nearpod, if perchance we go virtual and you are at home and you're like, I don't know what to do because there's a lot of writing on this page, what should you look for first? Kayla? The little play button up here in the corner, because I'm going to give you directions through that. So if you're feeling like you're not sure what to do, always look for the play button because I will be there to help you. And if you listen to it the first time and you're like, I don't know what she said, guess what you get to do? You could play it again, right? Because if you ask me to come and talk to you at your desk, I'm probably going to say exactly the same thing that I said here, just with different words, but I will probably say it again, okay? So this, I want you to train yourself, because if we, hopefully we won't, but if we ever end up where we're all at home and we're learning through the computer again, this is a tool that I want you to make sure that you know how to use, okay? So next week when we have our Nearpods, if you ask me a question about the slide, my first question to you is going to be, did you listen to the directions that I gave you already? Okay. And then if you didn't, then I'll have you go back and listen, okay? But if you listen and you still don't get it, then we'll chat about what do we need to do? Can we listen to it again and see what part's confusing, okay? So on this sentence, on this slide, I should say, what I wanted you to do is start with this highlight tool, select the color, and then I wanted you to figure out what's different. So hands up if you know what is different in that top sentence. What is the change? Jocelyn. Uh-huh. Okay, so she found the secret thing. Looks like my board does not like this highlight tool. So I'll have to use my mouse. All right, so Mount is not highlighted. Whoopsies. Okay.
Oh my gosh, guys.
Okay, I'm just getting used to it. That's okay. Okay, now I'm going to go to my text box. I'm gonna drag this over. Why did my highlight disappear?
Oh, it comes back when you're done.
Okay, all right, good tip. Here we go. So I'm just gonna type what Jocelyn said. The word mount isn't capitalized.
You don't capitalize now?
Okay, the word mount isn't capitalized. Do I need to capitalize it in this sentence?
No.
Am I talking about a specific? No, I'm just saying the word mount. It doesn't need to be capitalized when I'm writing it in the sentence. So it isn't capitalized. So now I'm going to my next sentence. Highlight tool. I'm going to use a different color. Okay, so a 15-year-old Christopher Harris wanted to become the younger person to climb Mount Everest. What's the change, Stevie? Yeah. So younger. So you have to click again before you move your mouse, otherwise it makes it a big line. So I just learned how to do that. Okay. So I'm going to do another text box. Going to use the blue dots to make it a little smaller. Fits in my box. Okay. So the word youngest is changed to younger. Okay. Now, number 3. What is the change in our third sentence? Uriel, what's wrong with it?
It's capitalized. The H.
Is it capitalized?
Lowercase.
Okay. So I'm going to do a text box, drag it down. First, I'm going to make it narrower. This disappears on me. I'm going to drag it down. Okay, so Harris is not, oopsies, is not capitalized. Okay, now what I want us to do, we've named all of them. How does not capitalizing the word mount change it? How does this change the sentence? If I don't capitalize the word mount and just leave Everest capitalized, what's the difference? Like, what does it matter? Lincoln.
It means like it's a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
So if we don't have the mountain, it would just mean like Everest.
Oh, so if Everest is the only capitalized, then we won't know it's a mountain. So we could think it's a person. That makes sense. I'm going to change the size to the size.
The size is already little. The little thing that. No wait, it can go littler.
Can I make it smaller?
Yeah. It goes like really small.
Like this? Oh, there we go.
See?
Just the slider bar. Got it. Okay. So if we don't have Mount capitalized, we don't know that Everest is actually a mountain. What about this one? We have younger. The word youngest is changed to younger. How does that change the meaning of our sentence? What does that change about the sentence, Emily?
If he's a younger person, then that means he could be like 30 or 35 if he wants to climb Mount Everest. It doesn't mean that he has to be 15. If he wants to be 15 and be the youngest, it means that that he wants to be the youngest, and it tells you that he wants to be the youngest. But younger could be like 35 or something.
Okay. No. Make my text a little bit.
You have to type on the text box.
Okay, hold on. Let me get this. Here we go. Grr. Okay. There we go.
Oh my gosh.
That's really small. Okay. So the word youngest is changed to younger. It doesn't mean he is the youngest. It doesn't mean he is the youngest anymore. Just a younger person. Oh boy, and I lost it all, didn't I? No, I didn't. Okay, good. Text box. Just a younger person. That's what I want, right? Okay, what about if we don't capitalize Harris? How does that change the sentence?
Because it's a name.
Okay.
And names need to be capitalized because.
Sorry. Go ahead, keep going.
Because names need to be capitalized because they're names.
Okay, so if Harris isn't capitalized, we don't know it's a name. Yeah? I'm driving myself. Okay, so now that I'm all done, I'm gonna get my blue dots off of there. Well, that's just clear everything, isn't it?
No. The whiteboard is clear.
Okay. All right, submit it.